I said that. But anyway, we've got CJ here. We've got Andersinho. We've got Ams. Chuck's here as well. We've got a lot of news to go through today, and some very terrible news, to be honest with you. But we're gonna get into that one later. Let's start off with some positivity, right? You know? Let's start off with some positivity. Ubisoft have announced their upcoming event, Ubisoft Forward, happening July 12th. They're obviously going to show games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion. I'm sure they're going to show Gods and Monsters, even though they're going to change the name of that game, I believe. So yeah,
really?
Hopefully they're going to hopefully announce some new games as well. I think that's the company I feel the most needs to come with some new IPs. But yeah, what are your thoughts, guys? What do you think they're going to show? Are you excited about this?
You know what? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. I'm kind of excited. I think mainly because I just want to see what they've got for next gen. To be honest, for this current gen, I generally don't care what they've got to release. To be honest, in it, I'm literally just waiting to see what's coming up for PS5 in it. So, Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, those two, I would like to see how it's developing at the moment for PS5 in it. But the one game, I would like for them to bring back, they need to bring back Splinter Cell. Listen, if that game comes back, it's a wrap, honestly. So.
That's fine. I've got Metal Gear Solid. I'm cool.
Splinter Cell for me, mate. But I think it'll go alright. And hopefully they've looked at like EA's press conference last week, or whenever it was, and other people that have done their press conferences, and hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes and hopefully make it good and interesting as well. So
yeah, I definitely think that they've been given enough time now to see how everyone else has been putting their their presentations forward, and looking at the responses. I hope they've looked at the responses of the people watching to see what they're looking for more, and what keeps you entertained, and what we're kind of looking for overall. I would definitely like to see a lot more from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I am looking forward to that. I do want to play it. Didn't play Odyssey. Sorry about that, boys. But I was playing the first few games, and I eventually kind of got tired of it, like we said previously. And now, I mean, from the excitement that you guys have shared from me from Odyssey, and just liking the Viking side to it, I'm really excited to see what they can show us for that game. Yeah, it's all about next gen now, man. I've kind of given up on what you're going to bring out on PS4. Like, as much as I'm going to play those games, there's not really that much excitement anymore. As we're getting closer and closer, and like the reveal of what this console looks like and all that kind of stuff, all I want to know now is what you're going to produce when it comes out, and what we're going to have deadline day. It's like transfer season. What's that deadline day deal going to be? What game is it I'm going to collect when I go and collect that PlayStation? I'm waiting on right now. But yeah, that's me, man. What are you thinking, Tony? What are you thinking, Ams?
Go on, Ams.
For me, there's obviously a bunch of games that Ubisoft make that I play. So like Far Cry, they'll probably amount to Far Cry 6. I played a bunch of the Tom Clancy games, which have been quite low quality unless you're playing with friends. So hopefully they do something with that and make it higher quality and go back to their roots. The Assassin's Creeds and all of that, Watch Dogs, should be good. I'll probably get both of those. But I think the game I really want to be announced is For Honor 2. I don't know where they are with it. They've been doing a lot of season pass stuff and new characters, but I think to take that game forward, they need to go for a second one, because all of the people who were playing year 1 and year 2, apart from the hardcore guys, have all left. They're bored of it now. And I think
when did that come out? 2017?
16, I think.
16. Sorry to cut you off, but do you think there's enough time now that the way games are going forward, and thinking about how long it's taken the new Last of Us to come out, and thinking about where it would be for God of War as well, that game's now a 4-year period, is that enough time before a new version of the game will come out?
But they have the advantage of not having story that's in-depth story that's acted out. The base of that game is online, so the main thing they will have to work on is mechanics and new fighters and changing the game so there's not one meta to win. And I think it's a fighting game in a unique package that no one else really does. And I think it can be a greater game. I really enjoyed it because it was skills based and you had to learn all the little intricacies. And I really want another one, but we'll see. They might just say we're up-resing the current one and adding more content, which will be annoying, but we'll see.
I think they'll probably announce the number 2. It's about time. New generation. They've probably got big ideas as well. Hopefully they'll do like a I don't know if any of you guys play this or what's going on with this game, Overwatch 2, where it's like they're saying all of the old content is still going to be there. We're just adding more new content and up-resing stuff. We're adding a new story mode and stuff like that. Hopefully they'll do something like that. Maybe they add new mechanics and stuff like that. I really hope they do that. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I actually play that are Ubisoft. They make not the highest quality games, like they're not making God of Wars or like The Last of Us, but they do make games like Far Cry that I play. I play
them kind of games.
They're bringing someone big onto the next one, like Far Cry 6. So I'm expecting a lot of stuff from it. Like I think they're going all in story wise, even. Like I don't know if you know Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, the music.
No.
The music narrator.
Gustavo Fring.
No, good.
He's in Breaking Bad. Oh, my bad. Last of Us.
You're thinking about The Last of Us too much, bro.
Los Polos Hermanos.
No, but yeah, freaking, him. They're bringing him on, which is like a big profile thing. He's in a lot of stuff now. So like, he's a very popular guy. They must have advertised a lot of money to him. Do you know what I mean? Because he's not gonna jump on any little game. So I'm expecting a lot from that. Hopefully they'll bring like a Division 3 stuff like that. So, and I hope they're putting a lot of effort. Huh?
I was saying they definitely will. They like money, man.
Yeah, so
money can sell.
Yeah, so I have a lot of hopes for this, to be honest with you, and I know that they don't disrespect me for this, but they support Stadia quite a bit. So that's where I want to play most of my games next. So I know I'm looking forward to this one a lot as well. So that's
Ubisoft are a strange company. A lot of their games have their moment. So like there was a point where Far Cry was the pinnacle of first person shooters, open world games, and then they just milked it. Assassin's Creed 2 was the pinnacle of open world games. I think they get to a point where their games are great and then just milk it till it dies, and that's their problem.
Yeah, that is very
rather than bring out new titles, they're kind of just stuck on one and saying, we know we've got you this one, so have another one. Have another one if you like. Keep buying.
They released 3 iterations of Assassin's Creed 2 because they had a formula with the first one. That's childish.
No, but yeah. To be fair to them, though, I can't lie. That's something that I actually missed out on as well. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, no matter what people say about it, that was a fantastic game. Like, it was actually a very good game. If you go and play it, it will give you like 80 hours of content, like, and it's all good. Right. Like I'm not talking. Yeah, it's just a good game. It's actually a good game that I would recommend to anyone to play. So, I have high hopes. I respect them as a company very much. They don't do like, I feel like people need to put more respect on their name. They don't do like the bad microtransactions that these other companies are doing as well. So man.
No.
Watch Dogs Legion. Are you trying to tell me that none of you are interested in that game? After seeing
that's what I was about to ask you, because do you remember how gassed we was when we was thinking about the first one coming out and how like they sold it to us? But we were gassed. We're like, this is going to be the game of the year. Like, this is new stuff, and like, I like the game, but not the way I thought I was gonna, man. I don't know about you guys. How did you enjoy the game a lot, or?
I thought it was trash.
Okay, it wasn't just me there, bro. I swear.
You know, for this one, yeah, the main thing I'm excited about is that it's in London. To be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
think they have to get it right.
They portrayed it. Yeah.
It's not going to be, just to let you know, it's not going to be like a recognizable London. I want to get your hopes up too high.
I'll have Central London looking like Central London.
Yeah,
so that would be fun.
Yeah, if they let me go to ends, yeah, you know I'm running up on all your houses. To see what's in there, boy.
I like they have a good base with the second one. The second one was really fun with the parkour, the combat, the 3D printing weapons. It was a fun game, and I think they just need to improve on all of that. And then they haven't got a contender for Game of the Year, but they've got a solid game there if they improve on all of
that. Let us move on to this topic. Yikes. I'm gonna go in on this as I like I've said it in the past. I love the Smash competitive scene right now, and it's in shambles right now. It's in complete shambles right now. But yeah, EVO has been cancelled, and that it means that pretty much Street Fighter, Tekken, all the big games, nothing's happening now as an event. And this is all down to the pretty much, I think is called the Me Too movement, where people are just basically being sexually harassed. And people are just getting exposed pretty much. It's given one person has come out, and then that's just helped another person become confident enough to come out and admit that that's happened. And then it's just all escalated into pedophilia. It's really is truly. I'm sorry. Let me not. Sorry, I apologize. But yeah, it's just
it is a very important subject. You know what I mean? It is that confidence for people to come out and share. We just kind of hope that it's not some people trying to jump on the bandwagon and try and grab a bit of limelight while they can, just to kind of force.
And that has happened quite a lot recently as well.
But, yeah, like we said, it is important for those that
not so much
these things are actually happening to. And yeah, man, just because you're in a position of power doesn't mean you should be allowed to get away with it. So I mean, I hope the allegations are not true. But if it is true, then it's right. It's right that they've cancelled it, because it's right they cancelled it anyway, because they should be investigating this kind of stuff, man. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous world that we live in.
And
my only thing with them cancelling it though is I understand it's the president that's done it, innit? But that's gonna affect all of the other gamers that rely on this prize money and stuff like that. Especially if none of them are involved with any of these allegations or anything like that. Like, you're eating out of their pockets kind of thing right now, innit? When it should be the president alone being punished, innit?
No, but that's the thing. It's not just the president. It's a lot of the players as well. Like, even just people within the community. So yeah, he has been involved in it, and I think he's not actually, I'm not too sure, don't quote me, but I don't think he's actually committed it himself. I think it's more just like a poor misconduct. So he hasn't like been reported.
So he's been aware of it, but he hasn't really done much to prevent him.
Yeah, exactly, because there's no way that this is happening under your roof and like you don't know, like you haven't even heard about it happening. Do you know what I mean? So he just hasn't done a good enough job around it. There's been a new president that has been appointed for EVO, and to be honest, good riddance. And I'm very happy that people have got the confidence to come out and just come forward, man. Like, it's actually very true. Like, no matter what kind of profession you do, this kind of thing is unacceptable. It's disgusting as well. So yeah, it's good that that's happened. And I don't want to go too much into the Smash community, but it's the worst there currently, and it's to an extent where even the biggest players there are being exposed, and Yeah, it's just.
I was thinking, like, I find it very hard to believe that none of the players at least knew about what was going on. That's why I don't care about their wallets, to be honest. You can take the hit. Because if you knew about it going on and you said nothing, then you're part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
So they need to take that hit, and it all needs to be fixed before this even comes back, if it comes back.
Yeah, and I think Ams to your not Ams and then to your point about it hurting pretty much the bottom line of each game. I think eventually this is a good thing overall for that community as well, because people are gonna feel safer. More people are gonna attend over time as well, because they'll feel safer. Like, yeah, sure, it may be the case that a lot of people won't come to the event because this has been exposed, but then there's a lot of people that maybe went to one event and said, nope, I don't feel safe here, and never went back. Maybe they can feel comfortable enough to maybe go to
come back again.
Yeah, exactly. So it hopefully will work itself out. I really CJ, you were just clapping in the thing. I thought you were clapping for me in real life. I got confused, but yeah, it's just it's a good thing. I don't want to go too far into it because it's quite a sensitive topic, so we'll move on pretty quickly to Horizon Zero Dawn, coming out on August, I believe it's August 17th or 19th, one of those days. It's coming to PC on Steam and Epic Game Store. And lads, as soon as that got announced, I said, yep, I think I'm getting this for my PC. Because I won't lie, like, I've got a base PS4. Nah, it's not it. I went back to play it the other day and I just said, did I really enjoy this? Like, did I play this and enjoy this? Because this is running like crap, and it looks like crap as well. This base PS4. So I was like, nah, okay, I need to play this game and enjoy it properly. Because if you've been listening to us in our previous podcasts as well, I've said to Andan, I can't remember what this story was about. I can't remember the story or anything that happened. So I'm definitely gonna go back, enjoy it in its full glory as well. So yeah, what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? Is this good for Sony? Is this good for the gaming community as a whole? And do you think that all their games will be coming to PC in the future? A lot of questions, but
yeah, go on, Amulet. Go. You go first.
I was going to say, I think Sony has a plan with their exclusives that you can see it's come out 4 years or 3 years later. I think it's a way for them to bolster the sales on their games. So they release it on their console, all of their gamers can get the most out of it, and then they have another avenue in their pocket if they do want to release it. Even that being said, like, have they released all of their biggest games? I don't think God of War is going to get across yet, has it?
God of War has not, but they've released quite a few. There's been Heavy Rain, Detroit, Persona 4 now. This Death Stranding is coming. What else is there? Like, I wouldn't say that their biggest titles are there yet, but
so they're holding on to.
I'd say it's a very smart business move. You know, you've put a game out, you've done all the sales of it. You know, you've seen the response back, and you've made the most you can get out of that game. Because, you know, obviously once they start to see the sales are going down, how can we now reinvent that and maximize from it again? And they said, you know what, it was the exclusive, we sold it as the exclusive, and that's what made everyone buy it. Okay, now let's give it to somebody else and let's go all over again. Do you know what I mean? So smart business move. But for people that, you know, you buy a game for the fact that, and you stick with a console based on the fact that, you know, it's exclusive to it, and there's like that, you know, this is the PlayStation Network, this is the community, to then start to share the games. I don't know, man. I feel like there's like a mixed message there. Like, because why should I now feel that I should stick with PlayStation when I could, you know, just wait a bit longer? And then if PC gaming is better, if Stadia is better, it means, mate, I might not play the game when everyone plays it, but I'm gonna play it on a better system potentially, or, you know, I mean, better viewing with it as well. So yeah, it starts to make me think, what's the right avenue to take there in terms of the console for next gen.
I think it might affect the Xbox sales more than the PlayStation, because they've kept the ones in their back pocket. So you'll have a choice between consoles, but then when you look at PC, if you really got a PC, you're going to think, I can play all of the Xbox catalog already, but I can't play all of the PlayStation one. So it might be, they might look at it like that, and let's try and help our console sales with it, possibly.
I think it's a win-win situation for Sony, to be honest, because let's face it, this generation, Sony has beaten Xbox when it came to the exclusives to begin with. So if all of the exclusives are coming out 3-4 years before on PS4, or let's just say PS5 for the next generation, if you want to play those exclusives now, you're going to have to get yourself a PS5, or you can wait the 4 years. And for people like Tony that have already played Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4 and are still going to get it again on PC, that's two sales they've made out of one person.
Yeah.
So it can only be a win-win situation. And if you're a PC player and you've heard, oh, this story is so good, this game is so good, but you need to get a PS5, then unfortunately you're going to have to get a PS5 so that you can play it 4 years earlier, isn't it? So it's win-win, to be honest here. So
I really hope that they just move all their games to PC, man. Honestly, it's just such a good thing overall for us and for them, and I mean day to day as well, like day and date. Sorry, like it's just a good thing for everyone. Like it just means more sales for them.
Yeah,
even in general, because people that buy a PS5 aren't sitting on their PCs thinking, oh, I really hope this game comes here. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't happen. People buy PS5s because that's where their phones play, because they want a PS5. You know what I mean? So they just really need to. They're going. It's gonna happen because Xbox are doing it. It's gonna get to a point where it's like there's no choice. It makes so much sense, not just for them, but even for their third parties. For like people like not maybe Ubisoft and stuff like that, but like the indie studios that they have underneath them, and the ones that maybe aren't like as big as like Naughty Dog and stuff like that. Like who can I say? Well, not right now, but do you guys remember who made all the 1866 or 1886 or whatever it's called?
I can't remember.
Ready at Dawn. Yeah, that's it. If they were to say, oh yeah, we want to bring our games to PC at the same time as well, like that would have made them more money, and then do you know what I mean? It just makes more sense for everyone. So eventually it will get to the point where they'll have to do it, and I think this is just the start. Bloodborne is coming apparently as well, so that's gonna run at 60 frames and actually run well, unlike on the PS4. But yeah,
already ran 60 frames.
Huh?
I thought it already ran at 60 frames.
No way, it doesn't even run at 30 right now. The ones are like 25 or some shit. So yeah, man, just I'm happy. Sorry, go on.
That game was smooth for me.
No, it wasn't, bro. I don't know. Definitely wasn't smooth for you, because I know for
maybe I played it on the Pro recently.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you play it. I've seen Digital Foundry talk about that game. That game is never smooth, bro. But yeah, just I'm happy to see it, and it's just good for everyone. So yeah, that's Horizon Zero Dawn. What else was I gonna talk about with this subject? Well, what are our thoughts on this year in terms of gaming? In my opinion, probably been one of the worst and one of the best at the same time. Like for me, two of my game of the generations have come out this year, which isn't very like unlikely, because when you get deeper into a generation, better games come out. So Final Fantasy and Doom Eternal, and I think Cyberpunk is probably going to be my game of the generation. So I'm expecting those three to be very high. But yeah, best and worst, obviously, for other obvious reasons. The Last of Us 2 being such a disappointment. But still, it's the best. If you think about it, if you enjoyed that game, then it's the best for you. But yeah, what are your thoughts, guys?
Creatively, games this year I've just found so much better, and like storylines and just overall, obviously, as the times go on, the games will improve. But I feel like there's been less good games, but the good games have been so much better, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of happy with that. I kind of, obviously, sometimes they say less is more, and I think this year that has been the case. Like you said, some of the favorite games are out this year. I haven't even finished all of them yet, and I feel like there's still time to go back on some of the games that potentially I may have missed, thinking they're not gonna, tally up to some of the bigger games, like Last of Us, God of War, that kind of stuff. And even for me, like the Spider-Man, and yeah, I think it has been less is more this year for me, and I've enjoyed that.
Ghost of Tsushima as well. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I agree as well, to be honest. I mean, I think for everyone, they're literally waiting for PS5 and Xbox Series X. So at the moment, I think that's what most of the developers are focused on in it. So right now, we're getting the best of the last right now. And even though it might only be 3, 4, 5 games this year that might blow everything out of the water, I think everyone's just literally focused on PS5. We need to get bang on it, kind of thing in it. So in terms of, and also with the pandemic going on as well, which hasn't helped on top of that as well. So I think right now they're just trying to make sure they release the best quality that they can, get PS4 and Xbox One finished, and then let's start with the new generation, to be honest. Yeah, so I think it's been a decent year, to be honest. It's kind of what I would have expected, considering what's going on. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm
sorry.
Okay, what's your thoughts?
I don't know if it's been a slow year. There were a lot of games released at the start of the year. But of course, the biggest releases come at the end of the year, or the more wealth of releases come. So I think by the time the year ends, there will be a game calendar as full as the rest. For me, though, I've had some fun this year. Last of Us for me has been the game of the year so far. There's a lot more to come. I had fun with other games like Neo 2. I had some fun with Final Fantasy. Personally, I think I was kind of disappointed with it.
Final Fantasy. Did you complete it?
Yeah. I haven't completed it yet, no. But I've been meaning to go back, and I haven't had the desire. Maybe I hyped it up too much because of nostalgia. But it was a good game, just not what I was expecting in terms of how much I would enjoy it. Obviously, Ghost of Tsushima's coming, and I'm very excited for that. I haven't played Doom Eternal, but once I get the first Doom and complete that, then I might purchase Doom Eternal to see what that's like.
Watching you play that game, but yeah, let's do this.
I think it's what Andan said. Andan said about because the new consoles are coming, that's why it feels slower. There's so much to come at the end of the year.
I was gonna say, we always kind of talk about PlayStation games and that kind of stuff. What about Nintendo? Do you think that Nintendo have had a good year?
No,
because I really enjoy Smash Bros. And I did enjoy Mario Odyssey as well. I thought Luigi's Mansion was going to be better, but a lot of people really hyped at that game and enjoyed it. And then obviously you look at their sales for Animal Crossing. I know it's not our kind of game, but overall, I think they've had a strong year as well. Actually,
I think for us as our demographic, I'm talking about us, the way that we play games and the kind of games that we play. Nintendo haven't had a good year, in my opinion. Some of the games that you actually named came out like 2 years ago, but no, it's cool. But yeah, just what did they actually release? I think Luigi's Mansion came out this year.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, definitely. Yeah, as you said. Yeah, I don't really look at the game.
Good year for more casual gamers.
Yeah, definitely. I can't say that they've had a good year. When I think they've released like Super Mario Odyssey, the Legend of Zelda, and like
they were previous years.
Yeah,
maybe I'm thinking
they released that in 1 year. So in the first year of the console. So I don't think anything's gonna beat that. I think they even released like Bayonetta 2 on the Switch as well. Like same year, so yeah.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, so
But Doom Eternal was on Switch as well. I don't know what.
No. It's coming. It's coming, but it hasn't come out yet.
I think Wolfenstein 2 went over there this year.
Yeah, like I don't know. With Nintendo, it's very.
Pokemon was this year as well.
Was it? I feel like it was last.
Yeah.
I feel like it was November.
19, Pokemon is every month.
You know what? Yeah, I think I'm actually, when I said it, I'm thinking of Nintendo for its generation, as in the Switch console overall. Because, yeah, now that I think back to it, I've only kind of bought games for it recently because that's when I got the console. So, yeah, like I guess I'm like trying to see it as all the new games I've played, but actually, yeah, they probably come out over a period of time. But as a console itself, then is it enough for what we kind of expect moving forward with Nintendo then?
As a console, yeah, definitely. I think it's probably its best generation. Its best generation in a while.
Fair, yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's just yeah. Thanks.
Let's do this. I was gonna get into this. Let's go through each of us. What is the best game of the year so far? For Ams has already given his, so Andan and CJ, I want to hear yours.
Oh, I feel like the only game I've bought this year, I think, is Last of Us. You know.
Really. Oh wow! Really?
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. I have to look through my games here, but I feel like this year I've only bought Last of Us, so that's my game of the year.
You know what, yeah, it sounds like the thing is, yeah, it sounds like a safe bet, but and like a bit of a cop out, but it's not when you deep it because, bro, it was a really good game. Like, if I think about, what I've spent time.
Warzone? You can mention Warzone. That came out this year.
That's not a game, man. That's an add-on.
It's technically a game. It's bigger than most games.
True, but no, it's not. I really enjoy Call of Duty, but I don't know. I still think overall how much that game drew me in and what I got out of it. Yeah, definitely game of the year for me as well. It sounds like a cop out, but it's really not. I had never felt that invested in a game and that invested in characters. And really wanting to know where the story's going to go and trying so hard to make you kind of build up a story in your own head of where it's going to go, and it doesn't always go that way. So yeah, no, man, that game's it was a great game for me. I'm really excited to see what Cyberpunk can do, and a little bit about Ghost of Tsushima, not as much, but yeah, as it stands, Last of Us 2.
I think it stands well for us to have low expectations for that game, CJ. For Ghost. Yeah, because as I said, no. Like if it's good, then it's gonna be even better in our eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The only reason why it's not good to have low expectations is because when the game comes out, you might just tell yourself, "I'm not going to enjoy this game anyway," and then you just end up not enjoying the game anyway.
No.
That's it. Just go in level-headed. If the game is good, it's good. If it's bad, innit? So then go from there, innit?
That's fair. But anyway,
what is an honorable mention to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Because I love that game, man.
Really?
Yeah,
I really went through that game.
Dudes.
But you know these Dragon Ball Z games here, I feel like they're all the same though.
They are.
Yeah. And especially because the story doesn't change, it can't change. So you're literally just doing Saiyan Saga again every day.
The way it was laid out. I think if you enjoy the Dragon Ball Z story, this is the apex of what you can play. If you like Dragon Ball Z, this is the best possible Dragon Ball Z story you can play through, and that's why I love it. I play Budokai Tenkaichi. Nothing beats that one. This is better than Budokai Tenkaichi. Absolutely the best Dragon Ball Z game.
I don't know if you guys know the meme of Jesse from Breaking Bad, where they're like, they can't keep getting away with this. Bro, that's how I feel about all these Dragon Ball Z games, bro. Honestly.
Oh man.
But, what is your gaming highlight of the year so far? Like, it doesn't even need to be like inside a game. It could be outside, maybe a reveal or anything. So, what's yours?
Oh yeah, my gaming highlights that I finally won Division 1 Pro Clubs this year. That's my gaming highlight. That's my gaming highlight of the year. That's it. All them sleepless nights. It's finally over.
Right, it paid off.
No, I'm just. I don't know. Gaming highlight.
I mean, they're very excited. I was excited with the PS4, PS5 reveal. I won't lie to you, lot. That I was. I've had a lot of nights thinking about what that console is going to look like, and to finally see it and to know it's coming, it was a good highlight, man. I won't lie. You know, I'm thinking about how many years I thought about when this next console's coming out, and every year there's just like this letdown, and now actually finally we can see it is coming into fruition. It's going to be there soon. So that was one of our top highlights for the year.
And let me go before mine was definitely, spoiler alert. Sorry, Amalek. I don't really care because you said that you don't want to finish it. But yeah, my fight against Sephiroth at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake was like, I literally turned into. I don't know if you guys have had this since you've grown up, but like, I haven't felt like a kid in a very, very long time, and that just brought me back to being like 11 in my room playing on my PS2, like just enjoying gaming and nothing else mattered in the world. Like literally, that fight was perfection. The fighting mechanics, the graphics, the music. Oh my god! I literally messaged a few of my friends saying this is the greatest game I've ever played. I paused that whole fight. I could have cried, bro. It was so perfect. It was so good. It reached heights that I've never played in a game before. Like God of War bringing out the blades. Oh shit! I may have just spoiled that for Siege. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah, that doesn't even come close to this. Like, is nuts. But yeah, that's my definite highlight. And then what's yours? I mean, what's yours?
Well, to be honest, I was gonna say that my one was probably the same as CJ's. Yeah, probably the PS5 reveal. To be honest, yeah, because that's something I was waiting for time, and when they were meant to announce it 1 week, and then they had to postpone it again. I can't lie, like that whole week was a long week, man. But yeah, when they finally got it out, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's fair. What is your gaming low light?
What was I disappointed with this year? Wow, that's a tough one, man. I don't know if you look. Do you have something in mind already, Tony? Or
I have something on mind, but you guys know what it is already.
Yeah.
You already know what it is. You already know what it is.
That's funny. Imagine our highlights. Like,
do you know what? Yeah, let me go first. I'll go first.
Go on.
My low light, and it's nuts because I wasn't that excited for this game, The Last of Us 2. Like I was going into this game like, yeah, okay, they didn't really need to make this, but I guess I'm gonna play it. Let me play it. And I just feel like I didn't have any expectations, but I just feel like what they did, it doesn't do anything. Like it does. I don't feel like they added anything to anything that they had in the first one. Like the first one was all about Abby being she's immune. They didn't speak about Ellie being immune. They didn't even speak about it in the second one. Like they could have done so much with that, but they just went for like a revenge plot that really and truly could have been anyone's story in any kind of game. You know what I mean? Like really think about it. That's somebody killed your dad and you go out for revenge. Like I feel like that could have been any game plot. That could have been Ghost of Tsushima. That could be Ghost of Tsushima, and it would be like, okay, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I just don't feel like they did anything with this, and I feel like they made characters dumb for plot. They dumbed down. No, they made characters dumb for plot. I feel like they made characters toned down in like their personality, to make others look better. Do you know what I mean? And even when they tried to,
overall, you just feel like it's very safe, isn't it? It's a very safe game with what they went with.
It's not safe. They took big risks with what they did because they know.
I think it's risky. Yeah,
it's not safe. It's just that I'm kind of taking my time with this because I want Ams to fix his mic and come back. But yeah,
I'm Max fan.
No, he's back. He didn't want to get a spoiler, innit?
Oh no, that's fine. So yeah, that's just how I feel about the game. What about you guys?
Oh, low light. I think probably my low light is what was it? It was just in my head. Oh, watching the Avengers thingy. Oh my days, man, that was a waste of my time.
Avengers,
half an hour. Oh. Yeah, watching that. Yeah, watching that. War table. Oh, that was a waste of my time. Honestly, to be honest, I've really played a lot of games this year. Or games that have come out this year, anyway. So I couldn't really tell you of a game in low light like that. But yeah, watching that Avengers War table thing, absolute nonsense. Yeah, that's definitely my low light for me, to be honest.
I ain't really had nothing that's disappointed me that heavily.
EA Play wasn't as bad as that, yeah?
No, it was better.
It wasn't as bad.
No, you know why? I think the expectation of the Marvel game, because of what they've done in the cinemas and the movies and stuff, it also adds to the gas of what the game could have potentially been. So obviously, I think that's why it overshoots the EA Play one, because that EA Play one was poor, man. Let's be honest. I didn't enjoy that one at all. Yeah. Well, I'll probably have to put that as my low light because I can't really think of anything else that I've been very, very disappointed with this year. Because it has been an exciting year, really, with like the reveals for both next gen consoles and games coming out. There's a lot more excitement than there has been disappointment. So yeah, I'll go with EA Play. I think it's a safe option, but yeah, I was disappointed by that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are you thinking?
My gaming low light is Call of Duty updates, man. They can go to hell. Every month, man. Actually go to hell.
Yeah, I want to change my answer as well. No,
how many times I've deleted
Nah, you man. Nah, come on, you man. What I'm telling you, just buy a bigger hard drive.
No.
I just buy a bigger hard drive. Why should I have to?
It's so annoying, man.
There's always enough space on your console, man.
There isn't enough space.
Not many people play 7 games all at the same time. Come on, Ams. Come on. You could delete one.
I do. At least one. I shouldn't have
to play Call of Duty. You need to delete like 4.
Yeah. No. I'm really trying to save myself here. Yeah. I told you yesterday. It said my game is 200 gig. That's the whole space on my PlayStation.
Nonsense. They can actually go to
the update will come and they'll tell you need another 100 gigs of space free. I don't have space, bro. My room is full.
It's the most annoying thing in gaming all the year for me.
Yeah.
When these updates come.
Is it justified? The space?
No. Hell no.
No. What?
Wait, that's
what did they need that space for?
CJ.
No, but there's four options on that game. So there's the campaign. You've got multiplayer, and of multiplayer, there's 2 versions of multiplayer that there is to large scales, which are their own individual games. You then have co-op as well, and then there's one other thing on there that you can play. I can't remember what it is right now, but that's like it's potentially 4 games in one. No. And I know obviously a lot of it's online, but if you think about, well, like you said, I mean, with what they've put into Warzone, there's a lot to that game, man. There is a lot to that game. Without Warzone, the game's already 100 gig anyway.
It's one map. They should take that one map and compress it.
That's true. But that's probably something.
Fortnite's got hundreds of modes on that game. It's not that big.
Yeah.
That game. And Battlefront has lots of maps and multiplayer, and it's all 40 player. Yeah. And they're only 100 gig for the full game.
But do they play as well as Call of Duty? If you're being very honest.
Yeah, Battlefront's a very well made game. EA do this thing, innit?
Does it run at 60?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the frames guy.
I don't know myself. I'm asking you. No, but Call of Duty does on almost.
I know Call of Duty does.
But yeah, I still fuck Call of Duty. Don't get to CJ. I'm not on your side. But
yeah, bro, I need somebody to back me.
Bro, that game could go to hell. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news. Pretty much, you know. So yeah, man. That was a good sesh. We'll leave it there. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're probably gonna play pro clubs again this coming Monday. I'm not too sure what we're doing yet, but you'll see at 8 o'clock. We'll surprise you. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave in the comments what your gaming highlights and lowlights are, and we'll catch you on the next stream. Okay, take care.